Sophie.
And I'm Leah from Slothrust.
So Slothrust, you guys are New York and New Jersey based.
Close.
So close.
Honestly, like at this point, we're sort of from all over. We kind of cut our teeth as a band living in New York all together. New York's cool because you can play out many nights a week if you want. Really like get to know yourself on stage. And then now, Will, the drummer, and I both live in LA, and Kyle, the bassist, lives in Memphis. But Will and I are both from Massachusetts, and Kyle's from New Jersey, so you got the Jersey in there. Yeah, it's in there.
Are there any unusual talents with each of you in the band?
Unusual?
Besides your like normal musical talents.
Well, I went to circus camp when I was a kid for like many years. So, but there was only one act that I was into, which was the rolling globe. It's like these giant balls that you walk on, and I would like walk through my branches and like juggle scarves and stuff. So I'm like passionate about like sort of like off-kilter circus stuff. I wouldn't say I'm like still good at it, but it's kind of an unusual talent. Will actually has one that is like the most useful thing. We call him Yelp Daddy because he's really good at finding like the spot in each city. We get there, we'll be like, Yelp Daddy, find something, and he'll pull out his phone and he'll be like, alright, like the best like organic vegan thing, and he'll like find it.
Nice.
I pick like the worst thing consistently. It's like, I just don't have the right eye for it, but he nails it.
Hell yeah. Yeah, I know I stalked all you guys' Instagram bios, and I was trying to think of good questions, like if I had to ask each member, I was trying to think of like a good bassist question and like a good guitarist question, and I just saw that his bio said barbecue enthusiast.
Oh yeah.
Like, Will?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. So he's like the Yelp dude. So do you guys have like a favorite, it doesn't have to be barbecue, like do you guys have like a favorite food spot on the road?
I mean, not really. Like, I prefer No, I don't. I really go out of my way not to eat fast food if possible. None of us are really into that. It's awesome. Like, one thing that's been cool is, well, we're on a bus right now. The bus is even a fridge, which is like so tight because you can just get your stuff and deal with it from there. But when we are we normally tour in a Sprinter, and when we do that, we'll get Airbnbs, and Will like cook because he's like sick at cooking. He's really good. So we'll eat a lot of like pasta, basic times.
I know you guys have probably been asked this before. Do you guys have like an origin, or like where'd you get your band name from?
The band name is when I was a freshman in college. I made music by myself under the name Slothbox, and it was like kind of like creepy Casio based music. Definitely like back when like it was like right around the time that MySpace like started dying, you know? Like, I had a MySpace. I was like, I recently was like, is this shit still up? Because, like, I would like to delete it. But, yeah, I was like, that was, like, the thing when I was in high school was, like, MySpace was popping off. So, it was Slothbox on MySpace. But then, yeah, it just kind of evolved into this as time passed.
Fuck yeah. So, like, your band name, and then, like, how do you guys come up with your song titles? Because I know you guys have some, like, really good, like, one-worded, like they're very clickable. Mm-hmm. Like I feel like whenever I see like you guys like your titles, I'm like, oh, that's attractive. I don't know what's up with that.
Thank you. Yeah. Well, I try to write songs that also like can work as standalone poems. That's like always been kind of my goal as a lyricist. So yeah, I don't know. The titles come from all over the place, but most of them just like come to me and feel like natural with like whatever the piece of music is that I'm working on. Just try to be open to it. Yeah.
Do you have like a specific like process at this point of how you write out your lyrics, or like do you just like come up with like a phrase like randomly, like do you like record like voice recordings on your phone? Do you have like a little notepad open with like notes on your phone? Like how do you kind of go about like writing out your full songs?
So for me, there isn't a formula. I feel like it's come to me in a lot of different ways. I can definitely sit down and write a song about a particular topic intentionally, but I find that more times than not, the more meaningful music and lyrics just sort of comes through me, like channeling, just sort of is right there, which is like a really satisfying process because you often, at least for me, I'll end up with a piece of music and lyrics that I don't totally know what they mean yet, and then I have to kind of dissect them afterwards, sort of usually not until a record is about to come out and it's time to like do interviews, and then it's like, cool, you ready to talk about like the deeper meaning of this? And I'm like, I mean, yeah, but it sometimes takes me a minute to really understand what was trying to be communicated there.
That's so sick.
Yeah, it's kind of a wide range.
That's awesome.
Yeah, this is kind of, switching the topic, what is your go-to coffee order? Or like, what's your favorite drink to order before shows?
Well, if I go like in and out with coffee. I like mate, I like black tea. I have like a cool tea thing going with this company in Spokane called Revival Tea Company, and that's been great because they send me a bunch of tea, and I like, make content of the tea and just like drink it, and I love it.
What is your celebrity crush, or who is your
Oh
celebrity
my gosh, my celebrity crush. I'm into like every single cast member on The Magicians. You guys know that TV show? It's a sci-fi TV show. I love The Magicians. I love the Fairy Queen. I love the Fairy Queen on that show. She was like sort of the big bad of her season, but then we kind of learned that she was coming from like a deeper, more social action oriented place. That show is like really deep to me and covers a lot of bases. So yeah, we'll go with that for now. Fairy Queen from The Magicians. Sci-fi, please see me. I'm available.
Along with like the go-to like coffee or whatever your source of like energy, whatever, like what would be your favorite, like what's your favorite drink to order at the bar? Like at shows or, I mean whenever. Like do you have a favorite type of drink?
Do I have a favorite type of drink?
Like that has alcohol in it.
A favorite drink with alcohol?
Like,
okay.
Well yeah, like at the bar. Like what's your favorite?
My favorite drink?
Yeah.
I kind of, for me with alcohol, I kind of like to try stuff that I haven't tried before, because,
I got you.
I feel like, drinking is a complicated thing for musicians, because it's everywhere all the time. People need to be more aware that it is, in fact, like a hazard of this industry.
Oh, yeah.
So, when I do go to bars, I try to like see if there's like a liqueur I haven't tried before, or like a weird sour beer, like that type of thing, as opposed to when we play though, we usually just drink like Tito's vodka, Tito's and soda, like very like basic.
I got you. Well, that's kind of cool though. Like that's kind of cool. Like just like trying to experience a lot of different like new kinds rather than just drinking a shit ton of like one that you've already had. Like that's kind of healthy to like mention like it is kind of everywhere for like bands and musicians, I feel like.
Yeah, it really is. I love like seltzer. I grew up drinking a ton of seltzer, and so like I always, I lean on that hard for sure.
For sure. Have you tried like the Trulies and White Claws? They're like an alcoholic LaCroix.
So I have like tried a White Claw. Like I took a couple sips of it, and I wasn't into it because the alcohol in it is grain alcohol. So it's kind of like, exactly, that's sort of what I think it is. Like, I don't totally know what it is, but neither does anyone else. So I think it's like Everclear.
Okay.
Which I feel like it has got to be kind of rough on your body. But that being said, like, maybe I'll drink a White Claw tonight. I feel like now after this conversation, I'm going to like have one tonight just to like.
I'm sure they have them.
Because I've never had one. I just had like a couple sips with my friends and was like, no.
I'm trying to think. The lime one is really popular. And the mango one is pretty good, even though it tastes like peach.
But people like get drunk off of them though?
Regrettably, yeah.
I feel like it might make you feel like trash.
Yeah, and you wouldn't expect it because usually I feel like a hangover is from like a lot of it happens from how much sugar you are, and like how much sugar is in your drinks.
Mm-hmm.
But you would think they wouldn't give terrible hangovers because it just tastes like water. It tastes like, like soda water.
I would say that I encourage people when they're trying to make the choice between like, oh, do I want to have like one final nightcap? Like, you don't. Like, you actually don't almost every single time. You think you do in the moment, but you don't. Switch to water, drink some seltzer. Try not to, lean on it too hard. Take care of yourself.
Feel that.
Yeah. Feel that. Water. What is the funniest tour story that you can think of?
I don't know, this isn't really funny, it's just sort of like a wild story, which is that a couple years ago we were on tour. The tour ended in, the tour ended in Kansas City, actually, and we were driving, it was just the three of us, we didn't have any crew, we had our own van, this van called Abe at the time, and we were driving Abe from Kansas City back to New York, which is like 20 hours, like, without stops, so it's a really fucking long drive. And we get like 40 miles outside of St. Louis, and we're, honestly, we were about to smoke a joint, and then we were like, what's that smell? We were like, what? And like, didn't light it, and thank God, because our van was on fire.
Oh,
something had caught on fire in the back regarding the tire. I still don't fully understand what happened, but we like had to, we stopped the van, we had to get out, and it was like in flames. So we just, grabbed, I grabbed my backpack, and like we like ran to the side of the road, and we're like, oh my God, no. And luckily like the cops came really just like essentially there. We didn't even like call. They just like were like, oh, we're here, and then put it out, and then from there, got towed to a motel nearby, and we like were stuck there for a while. Yeah, but
shit.
yeah, that's more of like a dramatic,
wild story. No, yeah, I mean, your van caught on fire. I think that would blow.
One funny story that happened recently, it didn't really involve the band so much, is I did like an end of credit song for something, just like, a new filmmaker, and went to the premiere of the thing, and, he at the end was like, oh, like, shouted me out and wanted me and this composer, this like guy from Sweden, to like stand up. And it like, I kind of hate when people do that. I kind of like I don't like an abrupt stand up in front of everyone, so I stood up really quickly and sort of like in the chair I was sitting in, did this, and then I just sat down on the ground and like slid slowly down all the way to the ground. I was there with my girlfriend, she was like, just like, okay.
Okay, I had some cheesy questions involving your song lyrics. So I don't know, it might be kind of weird, but it's cool. Which one of the three of you is soft as a peach? Like, who's the band softie? Is there one? Or are you all just, like, assholes?
Well, I would say if one of us was soft as a peach, in the end, it's probably Kyle. Probably Kyle the bassist.
Softie? Oh.
Yeah, he's got a soft spot, especially for cats. He loves cats.
Oh, that's awesome. Yeah, so I saw that you do like some really dope like commissions, and I've seen your art like on your Instagram. Have you ever designed a tattoo for someone?
I've honestly been designing a ton of tattoos the past couple of months. A ton of them. Way more than I would have anticipated. Okay. Yeah, honestly, it's been really exciting for me. I've done art my entire life, and finally had some like time where I wasn't on the road, so I got to sort of dig deeper into that and do like a series of prints last year, and that went great. So I sort of expanded that, and then because I was home for most of the summer, I was like, all right, open books, let's do this. And I've like, I still have a ton of commissions that I'm like hacking through. I keep getting them pretty much every week. New ones are coming in, and
awesome.
Yeah, I love to do it. I love markers. I'm like a marker freak. Like I have like 12 different shades of blue. Like that type of thing really pleases me. I have my like organized thing, but here it's not so organized, which is harder. But it's still really fun. And yeah, I've been doing a lot of tattoos. Some stuff will be requests of like related to Slothrust like lyrics, but then others will be like, draw my dog who passed away, or draw, I did one recently that was like wild. It was there's this Bosch painting called The Garden of Earthly Delights, and there's this like bird creature in the middle that's like eating a man, and they wanted like a reinterpretation of that for a tattoo.
Hell yeah.
So I did that, and I changed some things around, but yeah, it's really fun. It kind of feels like a collaboration with fans, to be honest, because people will give me really like open-ended prompts.
Yeah.
Some are specific, and some are really like, I just want it to feel like this, or this is what I have in mind, and kind of do what comes to me.
That's awesome. So like, do you still do it like on the road and everything?
Yeah.
Like quite a bit. Like you said, it's just like not as organized right now. So like,
yeah.
you do like art and shit while
I mean,
you're in the band.
I probably brought like at least, I would say like 50 markers with me, and that's like just like, I have so many.
That's awesome.
But I try to bring a couple of each things that I think I need, a couple of different notebooks. I had an awesome thing happen to me before I left where I ordered like one of the notebooks that I like to do pieces in, these like big 9x12 heavyweight things. And I got 6 in the mail. They just like delivered 6. I was like, okay,
That's
I
great.
accept. Yeah, thank you, universe, for the notebooks.
What was the last song you listened to on Spotify or like on YouTube, wherever you listen to music?
It's funny that you ask me that because I don't listen to a ton of music on the road. There's so much music already that it feels good to me to have like silence. But I just listened to a song on Spotify because my girlfriend was like, we were talking about country music.
Yeah.
She really likes The Highway, which is the Sirius XM like contemporary country station.
That's awesome.
And we always laugh about it because contemporary country music that is popular also has like trap hats in it, which is like, it's everything.
Like some of them are more like modern, like
yeah,
I don't know, like now.
Everything's kind of becoming the same in a funny way. She likes the country music because they still feel like songs. They still have like pretty definitive like melodies, song structure, guitar. You can understand a lot of diction. A lot of country artists, because the lyrics are so important, they really enunciate their words. Mm-hmm. And the song she wanted me to listen to was called "Good Time" by Nico Moon. And you know, it was a good time.
That's good.
Yeah, I suppose so. I don't know if I'll like listen to it again right now, but
What artists do you take most inspiration from, or do like inspire you the most to make music?
Well, I recently have been checking out more Anna Calvi, and she's really fucking cool. She's a guitarist from the UK. I also love PJ Harvey. I've always loved PJ. I love Fiona Apple. Always loved her. I love John Fahey, who's like a sort of traditional finger-picking style folk guitarist from the 60s.
Oh.
And I love like instrumental music a lot. I love Chopin, honestly, is like someone I've always been really like inspired by. Just really like amazing harmonic movement, and I like music that can say a lot without lyrics, actually.
So I noticed you rock like a lot of those Jazzmaster shaped guitars.
Mm-hmm.
Like, is that just kind of a preference at this point? Like, do you like the neck or like the body shape or like?
Mm-hmm.
I mean, they have like P90s, but you can put like humbuckers in them.
Mm-hmm.
Like,
so I have a Aztec Gold Jazzmaster Fender that the mods on it are there's like a black anodized metal faceplate on it, the pickguard, and then also the pickups themselves are Curtis Novak noise canceling humbuckers.
oh, I've heard of those. Those are sick. Yeah, I think I've seen that like in I don't know, one of my favorite songs by you guys is Planetarium. I think you guys have like a live version of it. Pretty sure that's the guitar you're playing.
Yes,
yeah.
definitely. That would make sense. Yeah. And then I also have a Tom Anderson, he's a guitar maker out of California, really small.
Mm-hmm.
And yeah, that guitar is dope too. They're both awesome.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
Cool. I don't know if you were like a gearhead or if you enjoy talking about gear.
Yeah.
As much as I know some people do.
Yeah. Down for gear talk. We just got an email from that company Keeley wants us to try a bunch of their pedals tomorrow in Oklahoma City.
That's
which
awesome.
is great. Like, I love being contacted by gear companies to just like try their stuff because it's really fun to just see what's out there. I like for the past couple of years, not this past year, but the 2 years prior, I went to NAMM, which is this like big music convention of like a ton of gear.
Yeah.
So I went to that in LA for She Shreds magazine to just like review gear.
That's sick.
And I reviewed guitars and then pedals as well. And it's always fun to see what's out there. And NAMM is tough because it's so big, like impossibly large. But everything is there for sure. You can see a lot of companies really quickly.
Oh yeah. Oh, we made you something.
Oh yeah.
You did?
Yeah, we did.
What?
So it's fine.
Oh my god.
The paint has dried, I believe, but that's for you. It's from the folks here in Wichita.
I love it.
Slothrust.
I love it. Well, thanks y'all for having me.
Yeah, thank
Good
you.
times.
Awesome. Cool. Check out Slothrust's music. It's really good.
It's actually really, really good.